And also I would like to say that no children were harmed ever in the filming of Raven.
3 children are still missing from the TV show Raven.
They're still trapped in the spider's web.
They're lost in the forest. They cannot be found. Had you done any TV work before getting the part of Raven?
Yes, so I was lucky enough to become a professional actor when I was about 16. So I did quite a lot of theatre, and of course I'm Scottish and I'm an actor, so I did 3 Taggarts. So I'd done a bit of theatre and a bit of TV before that, but I then went to drama school here in Edinburgh for 3 years at Queen Margaret. And
you're a fellow QMer.
I am indeed.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah, that's a private joke. Never mind.
And, I was at the Gateway campus on the top of Leith Walk, which is of course no longer, but we don't talk about that. It's now flat. Anyway, so I did 3 years of drama school, but latterly, when I was still at the drama school, I still had an agent, and my agent got me an audition for Raven. And it was amazingly literally my first job out of drama school. So I graduated on the Saturday and started filming for Raven on the Monday.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky goit.
You see Des's faces there. That's the face of jealousy.
Yeah. Sorry.
And scene. CQM. That's how we do it. That's how we. And since doing the TV work, do you find that you have more of a preference to television work or stage work? Is there anything that you would, or any work? Anything.
Well, I was going to say, I think any actor would lie if they said they had a preference. Just work is the preference, really. If you're a jobbing actor, you've got to pay the bills. If I was pushed, I would probably say that I prefer theatre, just because it's live and it's immediate. But film and TV is always great fun. Always great fun. But yeah, theatre's where I kind of first cut my teeth, and that's what I always love to do. Yeah.
And you've recently finished doing a panto run for the Christmas period, didn't you?
I have indeed. Yeah. Oh no, I've not. Yes, I was in Dundee for 6 weeks doing Sleeping Beauty. Yes.
And you worked with 3 friends of mine in that show.
Okay.
Karen, James Rodker, and Ryan Patterson.
Yes.
Yeah, they all went to Key Round with me.
Yes, that's right.
They got to be on stage with you, and I'm here.
Yep.
With James, so again you've won, so that's it. Happy
I was going to say I felt sorry for them, but that's
fantastic. Well, should we open it up to questions from the audience?
Do you want me to do the running for this one, Rick?
No, I'll do the running. It's okay.
No,
I like to keep fit. I've got to get my step count up because I drove for like 2 hours to get here. So
let's get the Fitbit hipster. You
started what? Sorry.
Started again.
So yes, it's true. Yes. So we had the majority of Raven was filmed from 2002 to 2010. So we had a 7-year hiatus, and it came back this year. Last summer we filmed 2 brand new series. So it was back by popular demand, which is really cool. So the first of which was broadcast in December, in the run to Christmas. So it's now currently available on the iPlayer. He said plugging. And the second of the new series is going to be broadcast in June.
Nice.
So, but they're already kind of starting to repeat lots of it as well. So yeah. Right, okay, cool, yeah. Well, loads of people, the majority of Raven fans nowadays are kind of in their early to mid-20s, and they're all reliving their youth, and Freshers Week seems to have a lot of people dressed as me, drinking lots of alcohol, which of course I cannot condone.
Dressed as you on purpose or by accident?
No, actually on purpose.
I now want to see the freshers version of Raven.
Apparently there's a Raven drinking game going around the student circuit.
Of course there is.
I couldn't condone such behaviour.
No, of course not.
Always hydrate.
Yeah, they're drinking water.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions? I love how everyone just goes shy at this moment.
Everybody's terrified.
Don't all rush at once.
To reiterate about the show coming back, was there any part of the show that you were really looking forward to returning to, other than the paycheck?
Do you know what? And this is an absolutely honest answer. It wasn't about the paycheck for me. Raven's been a massive part of my life. Like I said, it was my first job out of drama school, and we filmed it for 8, nearly 9 years. It's been kind of a cult thing for 15 years. I've been part of the show from start to finish, and I've watched it grow, and I've been part of its transition and how it changes, and the kind of the building of the show. So it's a massive part of my life, and I hold it very dear to my heart. And I got to, I've been to some beautiful places in Scotland with it, but I also got the opportunity to travel and film in India for 10 weeks. So I was really excited and really pleased that it came back, and especially because there's still a lot of love out there and a lot of support for it, and like you say, it's got a real cult following now. So I was, and well, the biggest thing for me was that I still fitted in the costume after 7 years, so I was pleased about that, because leather trousers can be a bit, daunting. If you've ever watched Friends, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Did you have any choice in the costume? Were they your own leather trousers that you brought in?
No, they were not my own leather trousers. No, I didn't have a choice in the costume, really. But the costume got better as the years went on. The very first series of Raven was a bit crazy. I only had a bit of 5 o'clock shadow, and they stuck this mad rat's tail in my head that I had to have all day, every day, and so it got better as time went on. Yeah. Oh, passing through.
Are you proud of yourself? Good. Now run back. There you go. Let's complete the look. I'm sorry, thank you.
In terms of so you saw there you didn't have much say in terms of the costume and stuff, but how much were you involved in developing your character?
Yeah, very much so in developing the character, because obviously it grew and changed as the years went on, and also the series changed a lot. We always tried to keep the game show element of the show, but as time went on, it was very obvious that it was ripe for adding more and more drama in there, and so there was a lot of kind of discussions about that, about how the character would develop, how the story would develop with other characters and stuff like that. So I was lucky enough to be quite involved in that, and because at the end of the day, I was the one with the lips moving and speaking. So there had to be a bit of chat about that. But it was I was really touched to be able to be part of that. It's great.
And in the new series, is it going to have the same sort of element, like an overarching story?
Yeah, very much so. There's a lot of drama still in there. There's very much a kind of a proper plot line, as well as just the game show element. I've got a new female co-host as well, so there's some girl power there as well. It's amazing how technology's moved on as well, so like now with the new series that we shot last summer, we've got a lot of kind of GoPro camera technology and drone shots happening, so it really adds to the feel of it, but also it totally it pays homage to the 6-star as well, because you're able to see so much more because of the advancement in cameras and technology. But the feel of the show is still really true to the old one. There's a lot of the old elements in there, but with the benefits of hindsight and things moving on as well. So no, there's something in there for new fans, but there's also something in there for the old diehards as well, which is brilliant. And a lot of the old games are still there, a lot of old challenges are still in there, which is brilliant. Yeah.
So the BBC had those props left over, and they just went, go on this.
Some of them, yeah. Unfortunately, in the powers that be in their infinite wisdom back in 2010, when they decided to give the show a break, a lot of the stuff was destroyed. No. So that's why in the new series, unfortunately, there's not a Way of the Warrior, the big end gauntlet challenge, because just from sheer budget constraints, that couldn't be rebuilt again, which is a lot of diehard fans have missed. But hey, if it continues and the popularity continues to grow again, and hopefully it gets recommissioned, which it's looking like, maybe they'll listen to the fans and bring back the Way of the Warrior. So.
And is there anything you could tell us about your character? Has much changed from when the series first ended and now re-began?
Well, yeah, a bit of plot's changed. So my character at the moment is lost in an alternate dimension, locked in this dimension with my arch nemesis Navar. So there's a bit of argy-bargy going on there, and the new young Raven is there to guide the warriors, but also to try and help rescue me. So yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Yeah.
I really wish that was in the press release.
Argy-bargy, yeah.
Ravens in an alternate dimension and some argy-bargy.
If you could have your character in any other franchise, what do you want to be part of?
If I could be?
Yeah, as your character.
Oh, as Raven?
Yeah, as Raven.
Wow, that's a good... See, I was going to say...
I mean, like, the default answer is obviously Star Wars. Everyone wants to be doing that.
I'd love to be James Bond, but I don't know if James Bond meets Raven would work, but you never know.
Raven and James Bond in the same. I'd like to see James Bond going through the Way of the Warrior.
Yeah. I think he might suit a cameo, obviously in Game of Thrones, but I do like to say to people I did have.
I think it'd be better than the Ed Sheeran cameo.
Well, yeah, possibly. I did have the feathers before Jon Snow, so. But yeah, I think he would probably do well in Raven would probably do well in Game of Thrones. Yeah, probably that's the most suitable, I would say. Yeah.
Just make it happen. I think we need to make this happen. I think it's hashtag Raven for Game of Thrones.
Either that, or if anyone ever watches the Lemmy Show. Anyone ever watched the Lemmy Show? There's a character in the Lemmy Show called Falconhoof, which is loosely based around Raven. So at the moment, myself and Lemmy are trying to try and organise at some point a skit between Raven and Falconhoof, which would be hilarious.
I love that. Because that character in Lemmy Show is by far one of the funniest characters I've ever seen.
Of course, you were in Still Game.
I was,
well,
yes, I was in Still
now,
Game.
Raven in Still Game.
Yeah.
How was the experience of Still Game like?
It was brilliant. Every Scottish actor would love to have a wee part in Still Game. So I'm really pleased that I got the opportunity. Maybe not the best casting for Leader of the Neds, but because I was about to. Straight afterwards, I was about to start filming Raven, so they wanted me to grow my hair. So I've got this horrific mullet as the Leader of the Neds. In Still Game, but yeah, it was brilliant, and Ford and Greg and Paul and the guys are brilliant, and they're so much fun to work with. And I've known Greg's wife Julie for a long number of years. She's Miss Hooley in Ballamore, so yeah, there's that connection as well. But and their kids were big Raven fans, so they used to come out to the set quite often. So, but yeah, Still Game. It's iconic.
I could just imagine Raven in amongst the nets. I am Raven. No, you need. No, you know.
Does anybody have any questions?
Here we go.
Hello.
Where was the new season of Raven filmed?
Where was the new series of Raven filmed? The new series of Raven was filmed. The majority was filmed again in its original home. Well, its second home of Aviemore. So in and around Aviemore, Kinusay, Kincraig, all that kind of area. Because obviously it had, Loch Morlich, it has all the scenery there on its doorstep. And there was a few bits of it filmed in and around Doon Castle near Stirling and Mugdock Park as well, the other side of Glasgow. But predominantly Aviemore.
Any other questions, guys?
Okay, one of the very back.
Run! Finally getting my step count up. Brilliant. Hey.
Going back to the show, did you try any of the challenges that the kids did?
Yes. At the end of filming series 2, foolishly the powers that be decided to have the rap party in the walled garden where the Way of the Warrior was. So the cast, I'm the only cast, but the crew decided it was a good idea to have a few beers and then put me down the Way of the Warrior. Which of course I failed miserably, but that was because they were never ever going to let me win. So yeah, they had it in for me, and they knocked me out halfway down. But otherwise, I wasn't allowed to, because of good old powers that be and insurance purposes. I wasn't allowed to climb up a tree and jump out of it or swim through a freezing cold loch. So I just got to stand and watch the Warriors while they pooped their pants. Yeah.
That more or less says that's the answer that we were all looking for.
That was the perfect answer. You have done the freshers version of it.
But again, I only drank water.
Oh, water, yes, absolutely.
I was actually listening out to hear that particular term. I had a few beers, and then we decided.
Someone said, bet you £1, and that was... Does anybody else have any questions? No? Okay, cool. That's fine, that's fine.
Anything else you'd like to ask? Me?
Yeah.
I think I've covered more or less everything that I wished. Oh, yeah.
Gentleman over there.
Oh, gentleman over here. Yeah.
Oh, see, now everybody wants to ask questions.
Now you all want to ask questions, isn't it?
We'll get you in a second.
It's just asked, did you have any impact on the casting for the co-host of the new Raven?
Sorry, say that again. Did I have any what?
Did you have any impact on the casting choice for the new Raven?
On the casting of the new character in Raven? No, I didn't. No, that's not. No, I mean, well, that's a really interesting question because how much power would they give me? I don't know. And it's a bit of a strange one as well to be in on a casting session for someone who's playing your part in a different role. It's a bit of a weird world. But no, I didn't. But funnily enough, I know Aisha that plays New Raven because I was a regular character in River City for a couple of years, the BBC Scotland soap, and Aisha is also a regular character in River City. So we've worked together a few times on River City. So I knew her from that aspect. But no, it wasn't down to me. That was the new producers and the new production team that it was their call. Yeah.
So I've been asked to ask you, which Ned were you?
I'm the leader of the Neds there with the very attractive Burberry cap.
Of course, the Burberry cap.
Ned with a Burberry cap.
I'm the one that said when Jack and Victor and Winston are going down the Clyde on a dinghy, and they steal our carry out of the woods, and so we then chase them. And at one point we chuck a telly over a bridge into their dinghy, and they shout, "Oh, but it's our birthday!" And I say, "Oh, happy birthday! We all clubbed together and got you a telly." That's me.
There you go. There you go.
Burberry cap is requisite for Neds.
It's a Scottish classic still.
How heavy was the original outfit?
Have I ever, sorry, what?
How heavy was the original outfit?
I'm sorry, the fullback's really, I can't...
How heavy was the original outfit?
Oh, the original.
How heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cloak's pretty heavy, yeah. Because there's a bit of padding in there to make me look butch. But also, there's quite a lot of feathers and stuff in there, and then there's obviously the ubiquitous leather trousers. But no, the cloak is quite heavy. But when it came to the adverse Scottish weather, it always kept me warm. But when we did go to India and film the series The Secret Temple, it was the opposite effect. I sweated in places I never thought was possible. So yeah. But it was great because I got to eat as much curry as I wanted, and my waistline never changed, so it was great.
Come on. Des, you looked at...
You would too.
I mean, yeah. But wow.
I know. I really would just want to end it there, where the last words out of Raven's mouth is, "I've got to eat all the curry that I wanted, and my waist never changed."
We've got time for a couple more questions.
We do have
If
time
anyone
for a
else
couple more.
has got a question.
Nobody has any burning questions that they wish to ask this man. No, apparently not. Okay,
All right, that's fine.
That's fine. I think we'll just have to wrap this up now, Rick.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Everybody, please, going to get a round of applause, Mr. James Mackenzie.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for having
You're
me.
here all weekend, yeah?
I am here all weekend. I'm over in the corner next to Game of Thrones, Sylvester McCoy, and yeah, a pretty happy bunch. Thanks very much, guys. All the best, and
Yep.
let the challenge begin.
Guys, give it up for James Mackenzie!